Here's a question for you. What rank was the legendary Bruce Lee in martial arts? Karate, kung fu, etc. What was his rank? Did he hold a belt rank? As far as I know, and I have studied Bruce Lee all of my martial arts career, he didn't have a belt. Even he said he didn't have a belt rank per se. But Bruce Lee is accredited as a grandmaster of martial arts. Some say master. Just to play with words for the most part. Master, grandmaster. Bruce Lee was the epitome of martial arts. Some count rank as being the defining part of an individual's status. What makes you who you say you are or believe you are is your rank. But is that really true? You have to have gone through these certain protocols or these certain tests through some organization or some group to be worthy of being called, or to have the honor of being called a master or a grandmaster. Bruce Lee didn't go through those. As a matter of fact, Bruce Lee did not even complete the Wing Chun system. It's already known that he didn't finish the Wing Chun system, the complete system. But one thing that he did do was he took what he learned from Yip Man and Yip Man's top student, and he perfected that. He modified it also to fit him. He studied judo, jiu-jitsu, aikido, fencing, boxing, other forms of kung fu under other instructors throughout his development, and he synthesized those things all meshed together into a system that fit him, the individual. And after he did that, he gained some enemies. Some controversy erupted from that because there were some traditionalists that did not want to see this man who sort of broke the rules of tradition by taking what was a traditional art per se and making it fit him. Was that wrong? No. You see, some people are comfortable with being stagnant. I remember years ago, many years ago, when Bruce Lee had just died, there were periodicals and magazines that came out where he made the statement, adapt or die. You can't be locked into a box when you're learning anything. But so many people are afraid to leave the thing that they're comfortable with because they've done it so long. And when they see something new or different or even true, they don't want to lose what they've already gained in terms of popularity, notoriety, students, and even money. Because this new guy comes along and he's changed things, so to speak, and he's disturbed the water. And then their students begin to look up to that individual because they are some sort of prodigy. That was the case with Bruce Lee. He dared to step outside of the box. To be honest, he was never in the box in the first place. As he said in his interview, honestly, martial arts to me is expressing one's self. But you have some people who are really expressing somebody else in their art. So, back to the rank thing. Bruce Lee is worthy of the title Grand Master because he dared to, as I said, to step outside of what we look at as tradition, and like the crabs in the bucket or the barrel, he saw light at the top and he reached toward the heavens. And the whole world was impacted by that one man changing tradition. Not all tradition, but as it related to him, the person. So you can't deny him what he has achieved. Because if it were not for Bruce Lee, all of the karate people today, all of the martial arts practitioners today would have never achieved the successes on the level that they have had it not been for that one man changing tradition and opening up the martial arts to the world. Now, it was probably going to happen eventually, but it would have taken much longer. Might have been another 100 years. But Bruce Lee did it in 32 years. Yes, he did. So when we start talking about rank and the color of the belt, or if you are 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th Dan and beyond, does that rank really matter? As Grandmaster Moses Powell said when he was living, I don't care what rank you are. All I want to know is, can you fight? So, if you're in the streets, are you wearing your karate uniform, or your kung fu uniform, or your judo uniform, aikido? No. It's just you and the world. So your rank means nothing there. No one acknowledges that. But you, your students, and your associates within your dojo or dojang or kun. But outside of that, you are in the real world, dealing with real people. So think on these things. When I leave home, I'm not taking any rank with me. And when we all die, all of the tapestry, all of the awards, all of the accolades that we received when we were here don't matter anymore. At the end of the day, what kind of man or woman were you when you were here, irrespective of your title? That's how God is going to look at you. Not based on rank. None of that means anything to God. Allah, Yahweh, Jehovah. He doesn't care that you are a professor. He doesn't care that you are a doctor. He doesn't care if you are a business owner. He doesn't care if you're a grandmaster in any particular martial arts style or system. He doesn't care. What he cares about is, are you doing his will? So now, think on these things. Have a great evening, afternoon, or morning, depending on where you are. This is Brother Teacher. So long.